Okay, thanks for coming to bar class today. I'm glad you could make it. Let's start by setting our posture. Feet under the hips. Lift up through those legs. You can kind of rock side to side to find that centered spot of your weight on your feet. Lifting up that rib cage up off the waist, making lots of room to engage the core. Roll the shoulder blades back. Lift the chin. Level the head, back of the head over the back of the spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale up, let the rib cage expand, belly expand. Exhale, push that air up and out. Using your diaphragm one more time. Nice. Let's step out to our second position to start our warm up. Feet are open at about a 45-degree angle. Engage the core, lift up straight from those hips, arm out, press those knees out over the toes, up and press, up and press. Keeping the head and shoulders up straight, not bowing forward at the waist. Make sure you can see those big toes on the inside of your knees to make sure that you've got your knees protected, not collapsing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down here. Lift right, lift left, lift, lift. So alternate heel lifts, lift, lift, lift. Keeping those knees open. Working on that turnout. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet together if you can. Lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise it up. Feet are straight, but still pretty wide. We're going to come into an alternating windmill. Arms out, toes are pointing more to the front of the room. Straight legs, straight spine. Twist and rise. Twist and rise. So getting in a little bit of stretch here. Starting to get a little twisting movement. Still working on spinal alignment. So you've got a nice straight spine. Head is reaching toward the front of the room. Four, twist. 3, twist. 2, twist. Last one. And twist. Let's finish our warm up with a step side to side to a glissade. Step side, plie, step other side, plie. Try to get some balance going on this standing foot. And if you'd like, you can turn this into a jump. Glissade, 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 glissade. Really trying to catch that balance, but if you can't, you can put the toe on the floor behind you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And get ready to pick up your weights for our arm series. We're going to start with some flies. So feet are underneath your hips, hip distance apart, parallel. Lift up tall, soft knee, hinge from the hip, roll the shoulder blades back, lift up those arms. We're going to drop one arm and then the other. So we've got good spinal alignment here. Head is in line with the spine, not dropping the chin down to the chest. Drop and lift, drop, and lift. At the top of that lift, giving those shoulder blades a nice squeeze, 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 squeeze. If you can't keep that opposite arm lifted, you can start with both arms dropped and then alternate lifting. But if you can keep it lifted, stay up there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Coming into one arm Arnold press and then shoulder press, starting with both arms open. Keeping this left arm really open. You want it to be nice and parallel with the shoulder, not letting it creep forward. This left hand is just going to stay here. Right hand Arnold press, overhead press. Arnold, overhead. So working one side at a time helps us really concentrate on that side. Make sure we're putting in maximum effort. Keeping that rib cage lifted up off the waist. Nice tall spinal alignment. Lead in with the elbow on that Arnold press. Open all the way to the side for the overhead press. 4, lift, 3, lift, 2, lift, 1, lift. Tricky part, leave this hand here. That hand is fatigued, that arm is tired, that shoulder's been working. See if you can keep it up. Switching to the other side, lead in with that elbow, press up. In with the elbow, press up. And I was letting my right arm drift down, so I reset that elbow to be parallel with the shoulder. In, open, up. In, open, up. In, open, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to do both arms together. In and up. In and up. See if this feels different, if it feels like one arm is reaching farther than the other, and try to correct that. And come into nice parallel work. 4, 3, 2, 1, and arms down. Shake it out. About to turn off this lamp. We're going to come into our tricep presses. Same skier position, feet parallel, hip distance apart, soft knee, nice straight spine. Roll those shoulder blades back. Lift those arms up above the booty if you can. Pulse, 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 pulse. Nice lifting. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keeping that nice straight spine. Head in alignment. Pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're not going to be done. 1, hold one arm, full tricep push back, other side push back, push back, push back. When you get to the back, lift both arms slightly if you can. Lift. One arm is staying there while the other arm comes in for the full tricep press back. Lift, 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 lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, coming into first position. Right toe on the floor, open up that knee. Left toes on the floor, open up that knee. Feel that hip rotation come all the way up to the hips. Arms are out to the side. We're going to reach, 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 reach. So coming back to this half curled position, we're working core and biceps, reach. So this is a rib cage isolation. Hips stay locked in place, reaching that rib cage from side to side. Engage the core. Reach, reach, reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, down, elbows still away from the body. Open elbows, not letting them reach forward. Engage tall, strong core. Up, down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little more tricep work. We're going to do some standing tricep work. Feet back to parallel. Lift those arms up. Drop one. Lift up into releve. Drop the other arm. Lift up into releve. Drop and rise. Drop and rise. So really work on keeping that elbow next to the head, not letting it flare open. Should be a little easier if we're doing just one arm at a time. I've totally got up sync with my releves. Down and up, down and up. Nice job. Down and up, down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down. Let's come back to our skier position to finish our arm series. Feet parallel. Bending here, we're going to come into an alternating 90-degree row. Start by lifting those arms up. Reach one, squeeze, reach, and squeeze. So the same as with our triceps and as with our flies, squeezing those shoulder blades at the top. Nice squeeze, 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 row, row. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both row, 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 row. Big squeeze at the top. Trying to grab a pencil between those shoulder blades. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stand up. Weights to the side. You're done with the weights. Shake out those arms. Get your chair or walk over to your wall or banister or whatever you are using for your bar. We're going to start with our paper plate or glider with some rond de jambe. So we're starting in our first position. You can have hand on hip, or you can extend that arm out into second position. Start by pointing that toe, tendu, glide that foot along the floor. Circle through 1, 2, and then coming into a grand. We're bending the standing knee, circle through. Demi, demi, grand, rond de jambe. Demi, demi, Grand, rond de jambe. Demi, demi. Bend that knee, big movement. 2 more like this. 2. Grand, rond de jambe. 1, 2. Grand, rond de jambe. Switch directions. Start to the back, to the front, back. And grand, come all the way through. Rise it up. Demi, demi. Grand, rise it up. Demi, demi. Grand, big circle all the way up. 2 more. Demi, demi. Grand, rise it up. Demi, demi. Grand, rise it up. Coming back to our grand. So coming into your plie, front, and then just circle all the way back around. Out, 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 out. You can work on your balance here. Out, out. You should be feeling it on the outside of the standing glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back through. Shake it out. Switch to the other side. Get ready to start with those demis to the front. Demi, demi, grand, rond de jambe. Demi, demi, grand, demi, demi, grand, rond de jambe. Demi, demi, grand, all the way through. 2 more. Demi, demi, grand, circle through. Last one like this. Demi, demi, grand, circle through to the back. Demi, demi, grand, all the way through. Demi, demi, grand, all the way through. Nice. Grand, bring it through. 2 more. Demi, demi, grand, bring it through. Demi, demi, grand, bring it through. Last one. Demi, demi, grand, bring it through. Come back down. Out and out, out and out. You can work on your balance. Out and out. If you're working on your balance, really hold on to this core. No movement aside from that leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up to first. Put that glider to the side. We are going to come into a single leg squat. So feet are going to be in parallel. We're going to tendu, bend that knee. Oh, nope, sorry. Tendu, straight leg, bring it in, bend that knee. So this standing leg is in a single leg squat. Tendu, single leg squat. Tendu and squat. So you can keep that toe on the floor. We have our bar here for balance. So you can lift that toe and make sure that all of the work is happening in this standing leg. Now, very important to protect your knee by keeping it right above the ankle. We are pushing the glute behind so that all of the work is going on in that glute. It's not stressing the knee. Back and in. 4, 3, 2. Even though we're pushing the glutes back, we are still nice and tall with the head and shoulders. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Again, pay attention to this knee position. Glute behind, feel lots of work happening in that glute. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Other side. Tendu. Single leg squat. Tendu and squat. Out and squat. Glide and squat. Nice job. Good job pushing those glutes behind, protecting that knee. Out, squat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into your pulse, 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 head and shoulders up here. So really keeping that posture, glutes behind. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise it up. If you have a ball, a rolled up towel, or a throw pillow that you can grab, get that now. We're gonna put it between the thighs, facing the bar. This time we are going to let our knees go in front, but they're gonna be static, so should not be putting pressure on them. So rising up into releve, pop those knees forward. Glutes aligned with the heels. So definitely not forward of the heels. That will put stress on your knee. We're right here. So we've got arm out, in and out. So just sweeping one arm in and out. Standing here tall, squeezing that ball or squishy object with the thigh. Face out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm stays up, open, reach down. Open, reach down. So our hips are locked into place here. This movement is taking place at the waist. Again, with the rib cage isolation, like we did for our biceps. Keeping the hips locked in place, keeping those heels lifted, thighs squeezed to protect those knees. Feel the alignment of the glutes over the heels. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those heels down. You can take the ball out, shake it out before we come to the other side. You guessed it, this is a lot of work for our legs because the legs are going to do the exact same thing. It's just the destabilization arm that will change. So rising up onto those toes. Toes are parallel. Knees come forward. Hips right in line with the heels. Head and shoulders straight up from those hips. Open that arm. So this is a good practice to feel that core super engaged. It should automatically tighten as you open the arm to the side because it's destabilizing you. If you can balance, that's great. If you can't, that's totally fine. 4, 3, 2, 1. up and crunch, over and crunch. Head and shoulders still staying straight up, not bowing forward at the waist on that crunch. That crunch is just to the side, squeezing those thighs. Lift those heels up. Your thighs should be tired, maybe getting a little shake. 4, 3, 2, 1, and heels down. You can take that ball out. My ankle needs to pop, and it just won't. So I'm a little like not quite right on my left side. Coming into attitude arabesque. So we are in our first position. Sure you can see my legs are in our first position. We've got our hands on our bar. Sweep that leg back. We are in our arabesque. Open, bend the knee, open the hip, attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque, attitude. So really focus on lifting that knee when we come into that attitude, working on that rotation in the hip socket. Your body is a little cantilevered, but really working on keeping that strong head and shoulders up to the sky rather than bending over the bar, using the core to keep a nice spinal alignment. Your lower back really wants to bow into a sway back here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up here in your attitude. Pulse, pulse. You can lift that arm out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. So coming back to our first position, sweep that leg back into your arabesque, open into your attitude, arabesque, attitude, arabesque. So this hip lifts as that rotation happens, feeling work in the core, in those obliques, helping with that rotation. Lift, extend, lift, extend, keeping that knee high, extend, lift, extend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that attitude. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You can open all the way, bring that arm out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Let's do a little stretch before we come into our core. Cross one ankle over the knee. Sit those glutes back. Knee staying right above the ankle. Big stretch on this bent hip. Don't drop your chin to your chest. We don't want to get a head rush here. Nice. Trying to keep your hips level. That maximizes your stretch. Switch to the other side. Other ankle above the knee. Sitting back. Level those hips to be parallel with the floor, not letting this bent leg hip rise up higher. Putting your bar to the side, rolling out your mat, coming down to the floor for our core series. We are going to start with a side plank. Okay. A little right there. Okay. Starting with a side plank, I'm going to roll up my mat to give myself a little more cushion under my elbow. I've got sharp elbows. We're going to be on our elbow. You can be on your knees, on your bottom knee and top foot. You can have your legs, top leg in front, bottom leg in back, or you can stack your feet. We're going to dip and then thread the needle, reach through. Dip, reach through. Dip, reach through. Dip, reach through. And you can always change which knee position you've chosen. If you chose knees and you're feeling like it's easy, you can come up onto your feet. If you chose feet and thread the needle is a real pain, which it is, you can come down to your knees. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Nice job. Roll up again. Get a little extra cushion. Choose your knee position, choose your foot position. Lift up into your side plank, dip, thread the needle. Dip, thread the needle. Nice. Coming back up to have shoulders parallel to the wall in front of you. Dip, lifting those hips up high after the dip. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming onto your back. Rock those knees side to side to loosen up the lower back. Coming into a one-legged reach. So we're going to bend this knee, lift it up, reach those hands forward, bring it back down. So it's sort of a half double crunch, maybe a 3/4 crunch, right? Because a double crunch would be arms, upper body and lower body. Here we're doing one leg. So big exhale as you lift, inhale as you gently come down. Keep those arms reaching. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both knees, lift the head and shoulders. Tap, 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 tap. 8, 7, trying to reach that heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees. Rock side to side. Good job. Coming over onto our sides. You can prop your head up in your arm. Top hand can be on the mat or on your hip. Top leg up, bottom leg up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down. So lifting that bottom leg up to meet the top leg. That can challenge your balance. If your balance feels too challenged, definitely put that top hand on the floor for a little support. 2 more like this. Up, up, down, down. Keep this leg up. Keep it up at an aspirational height. Lift, lift. So top leg stays up. Bottom leg coming up to meet it. Lots of work happening in those obliques. Lots of work happening in this leg and these inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted. Hold. Reach that top arm up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Choose where your arms will be, starting with that up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Really pay attention to the position of your hips. They should be straight up and down. Top hip automatically wants to open to the back to improve your balance and to give you more range of motion. Fight that instinct. Use your oblique to lift that leg up into the air. Down, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, down. Lift that top leg, bottom leg, tap, 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 tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those legs lifted. Lift that arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Coming to hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck the toes under. We are going to slightly lift one knee off the ground. Bring it back down. Other knee. Bring it back down. So feel your core working to lift that knee. Hips stay square. So it's not a matter of body mechanics where you're just lifting that hip to lift the leg. Hips stay square. Using the core to lift that knee. It's a tiny movement. It is surprisingly effective at engaging these abs all the way up the chain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready. You can stay with that, or you can do both knees. Lift, tap, lift, tap. So again, your back is staying square. Head is staying in line. It's not about lifting up the booty. It's just about lifting those knees for a little tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bird dog hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open knees to the sides of your mat. Tuck those toes again. Lift one knee, then the other. See how this changes things. For me, it brings my obliques more into it rather than just that central chain of abdominal muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready for both knees. Lift, tap, lift, tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into child's pose. Nice job. It's one of those exercises where when people see you doing it, it looks like you're warming up or just doing something weird, but it is actually a great workout. All right, if you have a ball or a paper plate or glider or something small and light, hold on to that. If you don't, that's fine. We're gonna come from a pencil stretch up to a boat, past that object under, come back to a pencil stretch. Lift back up to a boat, past the object, pencil stretch. If coming all the way into a full boat is not working for you, you can leave those heels on the mat and extend full boat. If you can, reach back into a pencil stretch. Pass under and open, lift, under, open, lift, under, open. This is our last core move, so make it count. Open, 2 more like this, and then we're gonna stay up in the boat. Lift, under, open, psych yourself up, last core move, boat, pass, open, pass, open, pass, open, pass, open. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come over onto your belly or onto your side. We're going to come into a quad stretch. Grab that top ankle, extend the arm, extend the leg, keep those hips stacked. Think about that top hip almost pushing forward. If you can, bring that top knee behind just a little bit to get a big, big stretch on that quad and in the hip flexors. Nice. Coming to the other side. Everything extended. Reach for that ankle. Start with the knees aligned. And then if you can, just push that knee behind an inch or so, or more if you need it to get more stretch. But make sure that you're feeling that stretch all the way up to the hip without putting pressure on the knee. If the knee is feeling it, just realign those knees. Also helping to stretch that shoulder and arm of the leg that's holding, of the arm that's holding on. Come back up to seated, coming into a twist, one leg crossed over. Actually, if you'd like, you can cross under the other leg to get some more stretch through the hips here, or you can extend the bottom leg, reaching around, holding on. If your both knees are bent, you can open that arm and use it to get some leverage. Looking behind you, tailbone down into the mat, top of the head up to the sky, spine aligned, just twisted. And switch to the other side. Set yourself up first, set your spinal column nice and straight, and then come into your twist. Unfurl yourself. Open up those feet. Head is still down, hands are on the floor. Walk your hands. You're in a big wide standing V, big toes pointed toward one another. Walk your hands back. You can reach through, palms up to the sky, letting your head fall. Nice big stretch on those inner thighs. Trying to straighten the knees. If having your hands on the floor isn't comfortable, you can put them on your hips. You can clasp behind if you want to get a chest and shoulder stretch. Whatever is comfortable for you. All right, and slowly, slowly roll up, head last. Walk those feet together a little, open them up into your second position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plie. Inhale up. Exhale, plie. One more time. And gentlemen, take your bow. Ladies, take your curtsy. Thank you so much for joining Barre class today. Have a great long weekend, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you.